In one fell swoop, Scotland now controls a third of Ireland, Dublin included. Taking the rest of Ireland might just be the next most sensible thing to do, but first, we need some prestige. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings III in our Empire of Albion series. So, yeah, it's nice to control Dublin. It's not nice to be in a prestige hole quite this big. So one of the things I think I might be able to do, yeah, so I can transfer this vassal to the Lord of Strathclyde. Let's go ahead and do that because now the realm's not going to lose land. If I unpause, Daniel will get married because we arranged a marriage for him. But one of the things that I can do is I can form some duchies, potentially. I don't think this duchy actually exists yet. Oh, yes it does. I created it. Damn. Okay, well, that ship just sailed. It looks like the High Chiefdom of Ulster already exists as well, so maybe there will not be a simple solution to my prestige problem. I really had forgotten that I had already made this duchy. But it is what it is. So, that being said, I do need to search for a wet nurse. There are some kids in the house again, so to speak. So let's get that problem solved. Daniel comes of age. They grow up fast. Yep, so he's a flamboyant trickster. And there's his marriage. Excellent. Search for wet nurse. So it looks like we have Bjorngith and Aethogith. I'm not sure the U at the end is pronounced there. But let's say Bjorngith, because she's experienced. We're going to pay her some gold to hire her, and she'll help look after the kids. Alright, so a hook has just expired. Both of those hooks were on minor characters. They were not landed in any way. Oh my god! Not again! I don't think that my wives have been happy with my learning habits. I don't think that this has gone over well. You know, I could change my lifestyle now that I've selected that particular perk. But I'm kind of going for healthy to try and keep Constantine alive. I'm going back and forth. I know I'm waffling a little bit on this. But, like, do we try to keep Constantine alive or do we let Donald take over and let him have a nice long reign? Because if we don't want Constantine to live much longer, I could easily shift focuses here. At least that way we wouldn't be making our wives angry anymore. One wife at a time, but we've made 2 wives in a row mad about this. So, as you wish, you gain alluring confidence for 1 year. Perhaps we could read excerpts together from now on. Does she need more learning? I mean, she kind of does. I need not lay with you. I have the warm embrace of knowledge. I'm going to say as you wish. He's always been, like, he's been pretty consistent with that. Like, if the wife calls him to bed, he's like, okay. Like, there's agreement there. Like, I will go along with that plan. Even though he might not have necessarily initiated it himself. But I think I do want to change his lifestyle, now that I'm thinking about it. So, what can we do? Is there one that would help with control growth? There is actually. Authority focus. So if we switch to martial lifestyle with an authority focus, this will give us a little bit more dread gain and control growth would improve. Let's go ahead and do this. Since we're taking so much territory so quickly, it makes sense actually to kind of follow this path. So we still have a lot of extra learning from having followed that lifestyle for so long. Let's see what else we can get away with here. Yeah, so 9 months until this control task is complete. Why don't we... I mean, technically, if I want to gain more prestige, I need to just start conquering things. That's what it comes down to. You currently have no allies. It's just that conquering things with my current casus belli requires prestige. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot about that in between episodes. So unless I use... I mean, it's possible that if I were to fabricate a claim, maybe? That's annoying. All right, well, let's let time pass then. Because until I have a clear option to give me more prestige... Ah, King Lothair died. That's a shame. Alright, well, he is no longer our ally then. Bit of a problem, that. One thing I could probably do... Oh, my daughter-in-law Drifa has given birth to a son, since the little one is part of the dynasty. He should be blessed with a good name. Yeah, let's go with Stephen. May you grow strong and wise. Real quick, one thing I can do... So we have Margaret here. Let's see if by chance there's an alliance that would be worthwhile. Oh, wow. County of Sundgau. The Kingdom of Aquitaine. Now, I think I already have an alliance with Aquitaine, yes? Looks like I already have one with Sundgau as well. So maybe Fife. But this is internal, right? This is Fife. I mean, it's still a powerful alliance, but it's all in terms of troop count, by the way. If you don't know what numbers I'm looking at, that's the number I'm looking at right there. The number of troops to actually command. I mean, having another link to this particular county seems like it's a really good idea. I don't know why that county has so many troops to its name. But that also could kind of fall through at any time. Oh wow, Prince Thomas of Aquitaine is actually our grandson. It's a blood relative, so that marriage is not happening. I mean, it could, but there's no reason to force the threads those close together. Notice that there is a congenital trait here. We haven't been paying too much attention to congenital traits. We've been mainly going for alliance strength with our marriages, which is interesting. We might be able to kind of retool that focus when Donald takes the throne. But remember that this is an alliance marriage. This isn't in terms of... We're not thinking right now in terms of traits that our dynasty will inherit. Since we're marrying Margaret off. Unless it was a matrilineal marriage, which in some cases we could do. Any kind of kids, any contributions to the dynasty, any congenital traits would be part of another family, not mine. It would be part of the bloodline, but part of a different dynasty. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and strengthen connections with that particular county then. Such a powerful ally. Excellent. We are gaining prestige at a fairly rapid rate, so that's nice, I suppose. It's just unfortunate that there's so little that I can do. I could technically do a holy war, I guess. Faction created against you. Gaelic Insular Populists. That's rude. 5 months until the control task is complete. But that's not surprising, though. We just took control of a vast swath of territory that has not been Scottish before. So there's going to be some conflict here. Which is, you know, teetering on the scarily historically accurate, of course. But this is not historical accuracy at this point. This is an alternate timeline. And we're going to control all of Ireland at some point because and the King of Ireland, like the thing is, like once we are the rightful Emperor of Albion, the King of Ireland can be a different person, potentially. It could be its own entity. All right, so we can ask our head of faith for gold. That's interesting. And that's also a lot of gold. How much is his opinion of me? Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Knights of Edinburgh needs a worthy successor. It looks like we can make another accolade, interestingly enough. Yeah, we don't currently have a worthy successor in our territory, which is fine. What the heck was that? I've heard that noise occasionally when the game's music is turned down. It's like, do the characters' stomachs gurgle? I'm not covering for me. That definitely came from the game. What the heck was that? It is something I've noticed from time to time. Feel free to like let me know in the comments if you know what's going on there. It's funny to me. But anyway, let's just go ahead and keep... Oh, we use this wealth so wisely. All right. Yep. We have so much building to do. Hang on. All right, I can't build in Lothian, unfortunately, but I can build here. I didn't realize I still held this. Funny that. That's actually, honestly, it's not intentional. I'm going to give that away. We could give it to Thomas. Let's do some of all skills and see if there's someone that is worthy of some territory that's not landed yet. Colin? He's a rapacious villain, so probably no. I'm guessing that's pronounced, that name translates to Colin. Might not be pronounced Colin. But that's a wild guess, so I could be wrong there. Oh wait, no. No. I need to sort by sum of all skills, because every time I close this window, it removes my sort. Rudely. Alright, so our acclaimed knight does potentially deserve it. Paranoid, cynical, ambitious. He's a rapacious atheist. Just, compassionate, humble, Midas-touched. Gracious paragon. You know what? You just earned yourself a lordship. By virtue simply of your character. Congratulations. Alright, so there's that. And now we don't have quite as much domain to worry about. But having said that, let's see if there's still... I might be able to start a new holding somewhere. Potentially. We could actually build a new holding somewhere. I would have to... What makes the most sense? Maybe here? Oh, government type is tribal, so maybe we can't. That's annoying. That's so annoying. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Let's take a fresh look at adopting feudal ways. So we need 70% of all military and civic tribal era innovations. And we're not there yet. So there's a lot that I can't do until I'm feudal in terms of building. I can build more of those, you know, tax buildings. Oh, you know what? I can cancel this sway task. I don't need to sway her anymore. Abandon. Is there anything else? Also, do I have a better spy master? I do. Well, actually, no, I don't, because Donald was our spy master, and he is excellent. Okay, yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with my council at the moment. The happiest I've been yet. Yeah, we just need to let our prestige get positive, so I'm going to try and keep the clock moving. Of course, events could pop that give us prestige as well. Just trying to not let too much time pass without addressing certain activities. Alright, so at least one faction is going to rebel soon. And it's probably this one, if I had to guess. You know, I could always look. One member. Earldom of Angus. Oh, that's actually... Really? Really? I wouldn't have thought that. But that's good, because if there's a rebellion there, that's going to be pretty straightforward to put down. Trading outpost constructed in Gary. A faction targeting it has been disbanded. Which one? Okay. One of the dissolution factions or one of the peasant revolt factions has disbanded. So there's a lot of people unhappy with me, and this happens in CK3 quite frankly a lot when you're growing your domain rapidly. Okay, so at this point, it seems like this is the biggest opportunity to improve control. Let's go ahead and do that. I do have development growth being improved in Edinburgh, and I'll probably keep it that way. Money-wise, I'm finally doing great. So, hang on, let's see what else I can build here. Oh, wow, those are all very expensive. And I can't build a new holding. Wow. Wow. So wait. Oh, I need prestige. I need prestige to build them too. Oh, I missed that. I missed that. Okay, crap. Well, also, on top of needing prestige for that, I need prestige to form new men-at-arms. It used to be that you use gold to hire these, but now it's all prestige. Prestige in the current meta of CK3, relative to when I first started learning CK3. Prestige is much bigger of a deal than it used to be. Also, let me see if there are trinkets that I could use. I need to, oh wow. I need to repair these. Some of them, not all of them. Alright, so... Oh, that trinket needs to be equipped. Yeah, that trinket absolutely needs to be equipped. As many artifacts as possible that actually boost my prestige gain, please. Alright, stay on speed 4. It's funny. Without prestige, like I can't do that much. I burned so much in the war to take this territory. It was worth it. It's worth it, because now we have, like, a hell of a foothold. And what was hilarious is how instantaneously we got it. To be completely honest, if it wasn't very obvious when it happened... Oh, here's the rebellion. If it wasn't very obvious when it happened, definitely a lot of luck involved in that, without question. To the vile King Constantine, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying you taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you had treated us more fairly. Never. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord. Okay, so now we have... This is an opportunity to gain prestige. But honestly, I think we're likely to put them down pretty quickly. Because it's a relatively minor revolt that no one else joined. That's 253 men. This is honestly kind of mean because I'm sending an army of 5,000 and we're done. So let's see what we got for this. We didn't get any prestige, at least we didn't appear to, or maybe we did from this. Let's see. We did. We gained 12 prestige from that victory. Dismiss. Enforce demands. Alright, so now for 25 years, popular opinion is actually buffered, if you will. Buffed and buffered. By 50, which is pretty nice. So we imprisoned leader Uid. So be it. Oh, hey. Anyone I can ransom? I can ransom him for a hook. But we're not going to worry about it. Alright, so let's disband all. We want to continue to earn as much prestige as we can. We're up to 5.1 prestige. Tell you what, why don't we do this? Let's take a moment to appreciate where we're getting our prestige from. So we're getting our prestige from Househead. Well, I can let it run while I do this. We're getting our prestige from being Househead. See, this is the problem with letting it run. I will let it run, but we'll have to be careful. Ooh, so we can make Casus Belli 50% cheaper. We can make control growth faster, which, to be honest, I would rather do this and then be a little bit more militaristic with Donald. I want to make sure that the realm is as stable as possible when Donald takes the helm. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on building control. A child of my dynasty. My daughter-in-law has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. So we could name her after an ancestor. Let's name her Judith. May you grow strong and wise. All right, so prestige is looking good. We have, what? 14 more months, a little bit over a year. A sudden shock. I have ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times I thought nothing had upset my rhythm. As I take yet another gallop down the practice range, a commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, momentum keeps me pinned to the back of the horse as it starts shaking. Then, as if time is flowing slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. Alright, so we could get wounded here. Or I could spend prestige. No, I'm going to take this risk. It's a prowess challenge, and I don't have high prowess. So, unglamorous display. So I am wounded, as you can now see. That's unfortunate. Health is poor. I am thrown to the hard-packed ground, the pain of the impact rushing through every bone in my body. The stable boy comes running just a little too late. Damn animal. Oh, wow. Wow, successful wound treatment. We're no... I mean, health is still poor. It's still poor. We're infirm, and we have been for a while. It's really affecting my stats. Honestly, the fact that I'm still doing as well as I am, all considered, is just a testament to how well the game has gone so far. In a lot of ways, it's funny. I talked in the beginning of the series about how, like, chaotic of a start this could be. I did roll the dice a lot to make sure that I got this particular version of Constantine, especially with Diligent. But there have been other things that have broken our way in this series. This has been a relatively smooth, in some ways more smooth than expected, but you know, now that I've said that, I'm sure the game will find a way to throw me a curveball. You gained healthy living, or living healthy for 5 years. Health, medium boost. Okay, well, I guess now I feel fine. Thanks, wife. Thanks, wife. I was kind of trying to go ahead and die, but you know, if you wanna make sure I live a little bit longer, I suppose that's fair. That's fair. We did just get married like a few years ago, and I did. Yeah, we won't talk about that. You gain occupied writing for 1 year. Bring my journal. Let's go ahead and reduce stress levels a little bit. I think it's time I hired an antiquarian to take care of some of these artifacts. Let's have Adelaide. She actually completed an artifact for me, so we're going to appoint her the antiquarian. I can fill a lot of these positions, to be honest. Now, one of the things I can do, since I have so much gold, is I can actually host some events now, and that would be a way to generate some prestige. I need to take a second to really look at some of these. Yeah, we need to appoint a good seneschal. Let's have Thomas, our son, take that role. His aptitude for the role is average. Another thing that I could do, haven't thought about this in a bit, we can upgrade our court. So we're going to have higher maintenance here. Looks like we can't go beyond the second level because we're tribal. So that's a shame. But it will give our court better lodging. So people that come to visit, first of all, more people will be able to come and visit. People will be able to stay for longer. But what else can I do? I have so many positions unfilled that I can now kind of afford. I'm really looking at the stat bonuses of each one. A high almoner is probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and let's have the Archbishop absolutely take on that role. We are going to be paying these people. Improves education outcomes. Yeah, let's do this. So the only two good characters are not very good people. So the ones that would be good for this role, that are smart, that are good to be tutors, are villains. They're antagonists or villains. And then the first one that's average is also an antagonist, which I don't love that. Alright, so Master of the Horse would improve knight effectiveness in battle. Yeah, let's have Starkother take that on. And then we also need a Master of the Hunt, I believe. Yeah. Earl Vane, you're now the master of the hunt. And of course, Royal Architect could be handy. Let's give that to Duke Seward just to give him like something to be happy about, I guess, because he hates me so much. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't think there's anything else because I don't have prestige. There's nothing else I can build at the moment at all. Love that. I'm still making plenty of money. We are filthy rich. We're gaining control, gaining development. We also have a good number of troops to our name. That's the size of the military without any help now. 6,500 troops, which is great. Okay, so as I was saying, we have these two options up here. We can host a grand tournament or a grand tour. You know, let's do a grand tour as Constantine. This makes sense to do this. He's expanded the kingdom so far. He's not going to live much longer. So this could improve county control, it can improve popular opinion, and there could be stress loss from this. It's incredibly expensive, but you know what? I think it's worth it. Let's do it. This is my first opportunity to do this. So we want to earn prestige and vassal opinion, both when departing from a stop and at the end of your grand tour. So this is probably why prestige, you know, some of you might have already formulated this comment earlier in the episode, but this is probably why prestige is now more valuable in, for example, not only in buildings, but also in, like, you use prestige to add men-at-arms now instead of gold, because prestige as a currency has more uses in some of the newer aspects that they've added to the game, like this. So we're going to earn prestige here. I wish I had known that. I really hadn't been thinking because I haven't had the gold to pay for these things, and then I'm just slowly realizing, oh, I have a crap ton of gold now. There are things I haven't been able to do for 14 episodes that I can do now. So let's do a Majesty tour. Now, of course, one thing I'm going to need to do is make sure that we are in good shape, safety-wise. So we can add 10 stops. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. And then we'll just come back. So it's going to cost 149 gold just to arrange this. It's going to be incredibly expensive. Continue. Okay, now let's see what else. There are lots of dangers along the route. Our caravan master is Starkather, and he's frickin' awesome, by the way. So let's really take a look at the route that we're traveling and get a sense for what we need the most. All right, so we've got some forest, some hills, some plains. Lots of hills, so I think a mountaineer is a good idea. Hire mercenary guards. Okay, mercenary guards almost completely eliminate the danger. There's still a few dangerous events, but it's going to take 9 months. And the intent of the Grand Tour... recreation, lechery, altruism. This often leads to an increase in control, and just characters may lose stress. Okay, so I do want to increase control. Yeah, let's go ahead and say justice. Confirm. Activity options. So we can do a grand entourage, and the tour would take up almost all of my money. Every available courtier will accompany you on my tour. So I'm guessing I gain more prestige from a grand entourage. And we cannot choose... Man, that sucks. We cannot choose a higher luxury level. All right, let's do it. I don't mind blowing the gold. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Start the Grand Tour. Go for it. Reynaud will be recruited to the travel entourage. Oh, man. If you're a fan of the Magicians, that is not an encouraging name to see. The time has come to depart for my Grand Tour of Scotland. My court is packed, ready, and raring to go. Our first stop will be my nephew-in-law, Duke Siward's castle over in Teviotdale. I look forward to visiting him and seeing my realm one holding at a time. I'm certain that the Kingdom of Scotland's subjects will speak of my benevolence for a long time to come. Can't wait. All right, so I'm going to lose 34 stress right away. And I just gained a ton of prestige, too. So let's let this tour play out before I go in any wars, because I think I could gain a lot of prestige from this, and there could be a lot of interesting events for the next episode or so. I receive a welcome worthy of a king at the gates of Duke Siward's castle in Teviotdale, and there is little doubt the splendor of my train has made a great impression. My vassal dutifully receives me with all requisite deference. Siward explains the planned evening banquet, promising the entertainments and victuals on offer will near the standards of my court's dinners, of my own court's dinners. Duke Siward of Lothian assures me that this is only the finest food he has to offer. Let's begin. So we're going to gain prestige for this, lose 34 stress because we're arrogant, and he's going to gain 20 opinion of me just because I showed up. So it looks like this is like there's a feast really at each... Oh, we just lost our spy master. That's not good timing. There's a feast kind of at each stop, so this is going to be a very complex event. I love it, though. All right, so Earl Vane, Master of the Hunt, Vassal, and Champion, is about to become our new spy master. Or, hang on. Oh, no. Yeah, you definitely need to stay. I was going to see if maybe you could take over because your skill is so good. I mean, do I have... Yeah, I want Donald as the Chancellor, period. He's going to help with people's opinions. So Earl Vane is going to be the Spy Master. That's the one that makes sense. Unless there's a better steward. Ooh, there is. So Mormaer Crican of Shetland, you are the new... Wow, I didn't realize we had that good of a steward. So let's go ahead and assign you to be our new steward. Yeah, Mormaer Crican's going to be the Spy Master is what I meant to say. All right, now we're going to go to Speed 3. You can go ahead and Speed 4, it's fine. I am enjoying my quiet dinner with Duke Siward of Lothian and his Duchess Emilia of Lothian. Mere moments after Duke Siward of Lothian excuses himself, Duchess Emilia of Lothian descends on me like a rabid dog. I am frozen with shock, quite alarmed that it merely takes Siward leaving the room for Emilia to consider adultery with the nearest person. Oh, please save me from this boredom. Siward is no lover of mine. He is as loving as a piece of timber. Take me and love me as he never has. Oh my god. Okay. I could have her owe me, or I could say, get off of me, you shameless whore, and the Grand Tour would become more majestic. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell him. I'm going to tattle. I'm going to rat out his wife. I feel kind of bad about this, but it's for a it's for a greater good, because he doesn't have a good opinion of me. She's not going to have a good opinion of me after this. But my tour is going to become more majestic because that happened. Oh my god, this is so entertaining. Okay, I sit at the dinner table awaiting my dessert, and when it finally arrives, I can scarcely contain my elation. A pious confection in the shape of the cross is slid over to me on an ornate plate. The thing is so intricately decorated as if God himself has made it just, or God himself has made it just for me. Of course I love it, but the only question is, how can I best show my appreciation? So, we can become friends. Grand Tour becomes more majestic, or we could owe him something. Let's just become friends. Nice, we're friends now. Yeah, so we're gaining prestige. Solve that problem. I wish I had picked up on that earlier in the episode, but now I know. I'm just not used to these events being in the game, but I'm also not used to having the gold to pay for them. That was the main thing. Dinner this evening is a little different from what I'm used to. The cook lackadaisically drops the bowl in front of me, and I'm immediately met with the most unworldly aroma I've ever smelled in my life. This dish from the depths of hell is offensive to all the senses. Some slimy gray substance sits in its pale foamy broth like an unattended chamber pot with a single sprig of herb placed atop in a futile effort to make the thing look appetizing. My every instinct compels me to fling the thing out of the nearest window, but Duke Seward of Lothian assures me it is a local delicacy worthy of a king. There's a pretty good chance this will be a good meal, and I'll get a health boost. Let's just say down the hatch. Up, nauseating meal. Alright, 5 years. Fun. So I'm curious, like, this particular, like, those items on that timeline below, is this all one feast, or are those all of my stops? I think they're all of my stops. Another evening of merriment draws to a close, and I find myself locked in conversation with Aethelmare of all people. Before I know it, the room has become silent, save for our conversation, and everyone is hanging on my next word. Though a little awkward, I'm sure I can tell a tale that everyone here will be delighted by. So we could say something tragic, or something light. I think this is the better option. We'll have a higher chance of gaining prestige. Got it. Story was impressive. Alright, here we go. So we are parting. Yeah, that answers my question. That timeline on the bottom was just for one feast. I've concluded my royal visitation of Teviotdale, and now my procession prepares to depart. This is going to be like entertainment for the next episode straight. Oh my god. Duke Seward of Lothian and his court have all lined up neatly to see me part, and with everyone present, it is time to collect tribute for bestowing him with my presence. So he can spend prestige and give me prestige, and we can gain renown, and our tour becomes more majestic. All he has to do is accept. Or I can say, I make no demands. He just refused tribute. So I could rightfully imprison him at this point. This will not soon be forgotten. Okay, so I think we're on our way now. Yep, continuing on the path. We are also 37 minutes into the episode, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. In the next one, we are going to continue earning, first of all, ridiculous amounts of money, while Constantine continues his, what is probably farewell tour across his kingdom, earning prestige along the way. I might be able to declare wars while this happens, so I could be doing a little bit of multitasking, but at the same time, like, I know that Paradox games in general can throw so much at you at once that might also take away from both storylines. So you can let me know in the comments, like, if you'd prefer to see, since we don't have an episode tomorrow, you can let me know in the comments if you'd prefer to see an episode that is focused purely on the tour and just on the narrative events and on enjoying those to the maximum possible extent, or if you want me to try and balance, you know, war and social shenaniganry. But for now, I'll leave that to you to discuss. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Tuesday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below. And I'll see you next time.